Hey girl, hey! And welcome to Sibling Cinema,
where we explore movie masterpieces
that one of us has never seen before in order to sway or convert the other into fandom.
Each week, we'll introduce a movie we love,
from sci-fi classics
to Korean horrors,
and try to convince the other it's a masterpiece.
One's seen it, one hasn't.
I am your host, Tony.
And I'm your co-host, Leanne.
Sit back,
relax.
This is Sibling Cinema. Hello, and welcome back to Sibling Cinema.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
I am your host, Tony, and joined with me, as always, is my skank bitch of a sister.
Skank bitch?
Leanne.
The fuck? They're just getting worse.
Hey girl, hey Leanne.
No, not hey girl to you today. Very rude.
How are we doing?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit hungover. I spent all day yesterday watching White Lotus season 2 and drinking cocktails. Like, yeah. My mate cancelled last minute, bless him. He was unwell. But yeah, so I just indulged on my own.
It's definitely a show I need to start watching. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Anyway, we're not talking about fucking TV.
No, we're not. We're not at all. As you might have guessed, Leanne, would you believe it? After much deliberation and many stern words and negotiations from our producer Floppy Legs, he has, hopefully without regret, renewed us for season 2.
Hey, thanks,
celebrating. I'm very, very excited. This is a bit of a surprise episode that we've released a little bit earlier than we usually do. This is coming
indeed,
out not before Sunday because, as you know, on Sunday is May the 4th be with you.
Very nice.
So we thought it would be very, very good idea to throw out a special episode in prep.
A little aperitif for you all.
A little aperitif.
A little starter.
Yes, a very good description for what this podcast is. Absolutely, just before we hit May the 4th day. Do you have any idea what you're going to be doing on May the 4th, Leanne?
I don't know, I haven't thought about it. I need to check my diary. I might have commitments, I hope I don't. What do you normally do? Is this a day that you celebrate each year?
It's so it's definitely in the background. I try and watch at least one Star Wars film. That's it. And I can choose whichever one I want. Yeah, that's what I usually do on that day.
Do you have any Star Wars snacks?
No, I don't have any blue milk, unfortunately.
Right, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so I spent some time yesterday looking into getting a lightsaber made.
Oh yeah, the ones from Disney Studios.
And then I was looking at the cantina reviews in California at Galaxy's Edge, and like the food menus and like all the different drinks and shit. I'm not gonna lie, I must be hooked to some degree. Like the movies have clearly worked their magic on me, and now I'm a freak.
I can't believe that they do like a cantina section. That's amazing.
No, seriously, like look it up. It looks amazing. But I guess my prying concern is, will the prequels ruin this experience for me? Do you know what I mean? It's
Well, that is up to you and your experience and your opinion. I cannot falter or change that. So, Leanne, we move into season 2. So, just to show how much you've grown from our first ever podcast, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, like I did the last time, for you to name as many Star Wars characters as you can. Okay? No pressure. It should be much easier for you
No,
this
it's
time.
not though, because I'm gonna get brain freeze.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, Leia, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewie, Yoda, Ewoks, Sad Ewok, that's one, Jabba the Hutt, Boba Fett, who else is there? Stormtroopers. The Emperor.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
Right. You got there. Leanne, you got 11.
Oh, how many did I get last time?
You got 6 last time. So that is an improvement.
Good one.
You have passed the test. Yes.
Finally. I hate these fucking tests.
Well, there was another test that I did in the first podcast, if you remember. And it was how many planets you can name as well.
No, don't do
We
this.
had to stop this abruptly because you gave one of the planets in the Star Wars universe Earth, which was incorrect, of course. And I had to stop it immediately. But we'll do it again and we'll see how many planets you can get now.
No, Tony.
Yes.
No. Tatooine.
Yes.
And I remembered that because it's kind of like a combination of tattoos and Halloween. Loth or Hoth.
Yes, yeah, I'll give you that.
Is that the ice one?
Yes, it is, yeah.
What's the Yoda one? What's the jungle planet? That's the one I'm trying to remember. Memory is bad, it is. No, that's it. Does it begin with an A?
Oh, no.
Tony.
Time. It begins with a D.
No, nothing's coming.
Dagobah.
Oh, dear. Did I do better or worse?
You did much better. Last time you got 0 planets.
I
You
can't
got
do
2
the
this
planets,
time.
man. I told you.
But this is an improvement, which is very good. It shows that you definitely are learning and know this universe as we go into each new film. So, Leanne, you have, of course, finished the original trilogy. A tremendous feat on itself. But you're not finished yet, young Padawan. You see, you have the next trilogy in this podcast to follow, and it's all about the story of how everything came to be. Yes, we will be watching the Star Wars prequel trilogy, episode 1, 2, and 3. Tell me, Leanne, do you know anything about this specific trilogy?
Okay, so all I know is that Anakin is the blonde boy that races space cars. And I don't know why he's racing the space cars, but I know that there's Jar Jar Binks and he was super annoying. I'm really unsure about the politics or the other characters. I think there's a man with a red and black... He has a red and black face, and he has double red sabers, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think that might be cool. But overall, very unsure of plot lines, but interested because obviously Anakin, the little blonde boy that is racing, grows up to be Darth Vader. So this is my favourite character's origin. So I'm curious to see what the fuck goes down. Do I find out why he breathes that way by the end of this trilogy?
Yes. Yes,
Finally,
you will.
It's
happening to me.
Very curious to know what is the timeline. I guess Vader being a kid means it was like 40 years prior to A New Hope. I don't know. How old is Vader in The New Hope?
So, the last of the prequel trilogy is set 19 years before A New Hope. So take away another 10 years, I think. So it's about 30 odd years before A New Hope, I'd say.
But just when we finally saw Vader, he didn't have the face of a 40-year-old man. He had the face of an egg, didn't he? Like, he looked a lot older.
It was Eggy Weggy, aye. So that is actually some decent knowledge you've got there going into the prequels. Yes, it does follow the story of how Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader. That is the overarching narrative throughout these 3 films. So, Mr. Lucas, after Return of the Jedi, was still an incredibly busy man, both professionally and personally. He had this birth of his older daughter during production of Return of the Jedi.
What did he name her?
I don't know. I don't know. And thus, he did want to concentrate more with his family. Needless to say, a new franchise had started to take on amazing popularity in cinema. Do you know which film franchise at Lucasfilm was created during this time? Do you know? Around the early 80s.
What? A Lucasfilm?
Yes.
No, I don't. I'm ignorant.
It's Indiana Jones.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man! Is that... So he was busy with that?
He was indeed. He was one of the creators of Indiana Jones.
He couldn't let Han Solo go, could he?
No, they loved Harrison Ford.
Yeah. He
they loved him
gobbled
after
him up,
New
mate.
Hope.
Like, what's going on?
He was a very attractive young man in Hollywood.
Well,
got ate up, man.
Yeah, but only by Lucas.
Yeah, but who best to have your best friends as like Lucas and Steven Spielberg for fuck's
I don't know. Lynch, James Cameron, there are other directors. Lucas Greedy.
So the first Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, was released in 1981, which was a year after The Empire Strikes Back. So he was a very, very busy man. The director of Raiders of the Lost Ark was indeed Steven Spielberg. So George Lucas then had to spearhead a brand new trilogy because Indiana Jones was so successful.
Competitive.
Followed up by The Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade, of course. The Last Crusade was released in 1989, so Mr. Lucas was a very, very busy man from 1977 to 1989.
Jesus.
So his hands were more than filled after.
What of Mrs. Lucas? Is there an update on Mrs. Lucas?
Not too sure. I don't really have details on that, actually.
Damn.
So he was exceptionally tired after all this work, having mastered 2 tremendously popular trilogies.
Huge.
He tried for a TV series called Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which unfortunately failed.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of
a... it only lasted for about a year. But it had a tremendous budget, but there was low audience, so that it got cancelled within a year, which was in 1993, I think. So after that, George Lucas decided to take a little bit of time off.
Yes.
For about a year.
A lot of time off.
No, for a year. 1 year off. Because in 1994, 1st of November, George starts to write The Phantom Menace. But this process was a little bit more different this time. He was under no pressure, being the owner of Lucasfilms.
Question, sorry to pause you, but I need to know for context. What year did this film come out?
1999. So a good 5 years before it was released, he started writing it. He said it was a very peaceful and tranquil experience writing The Phantom Menace.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
That is good.
That's not good.
He's been working so hard for so long.
No.
And he's got now the creative powers and opportunities to just
suffer.
take his time.
I want my directors to suffer, and I want my rock stars dead at 27. And
oh my god! But he actually spoke a lot about artistic constriction when he first made the first 3 films, because it reached technological limits of what he could do with them. For example, Yoda, there was only so much movement you could do with the puppet.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to see its legs or anything like that. And he kind of stressed that having the technology that he did now had given him much more freedom and finally a way of expression of how he wanted the films to be perceived in a way that he wasn't able to portray.
I'm sus already. I feel like you're kind of setting me up because I know it's well reported that this film has it has an over-reliance of CGI and green screens and shit, right? And you're kind of setting that up.
I'm not setting that up. I'm just giving you context of why he went for these options of creativity in a film, because
I understand that, but
he was able to accomplish what he wanted to show, as opposed to being under budget constraints and writing constraints and all these pressures.
He just wanted to tell this story, like which I can appreciate, yes, because like you said, I think it was even the first episode, Tone, you were like, he didn't just pull all these episodes out of his arse, like he had them all laid down before. He knew exactly how he wanted this story to go.
Yes, he did, yes.
So I'm taking that into consideration.
And as I said, he had his first daughter during the Return of the Jedi, which was, again, another catalyst to change the style in which he'd work, to not have those time constraints and to relax in the process a little bit more, taking the time with the production, which, I mean, in his status of accomplishment in the last 10 years, I think he owes himself to go through that creative process.
Yeah, but didn't he take bare time off because of his weak heart? Like, it's like Mr. Lucas has just been chilling. Yeah, and letting other people direct his films. And then he's like, Indiana Jones, I'll do that for a bit. Get to see Han Solo again. I don't know.
Being the creator is still stressful. It's still a stressful job to be a creator of something. You've got to be in charge of a lot of stuff.
Again, I feel like you're empathizing with the strife and not how good the films are.
I do empathise with the strife, but I'm actually it's quite humble to see him like, I've got everything I need now. I've got the time. I've got all the wealth and budget I could possibly think of to put my vision finally on the screen, which I didn't have the possibility of before. And kudos to him. If you wanted to use those new technologies, yeah, go for it, George. You've earned it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I guess, but there's just such a long gap between this film and the original trilogy, right? So I imagine the fans were really fucking anticipating something.
You've caught on to something
groundbreaking, right? And I just want to know, as someone, look, because you saw the original trilogy and then you went on to see episode 1, right? So you can kind of validate the experience for how it might have been for people to be really fucking hyped and then go out and see this trilogy. And did it live up to your hype, I guess, from... I don't know, like, am I making sense?
You are. As a 9-year-old boy, yes, it lived up to my hype. But remember, I wasn't born in the 70s, so I think the major hype came from those who experienced watching the film, the original, in 1977 and waited 16 years for the next trilogy to come out.
They're all grown up now. 16 years is a long time to wait.
It's a very long time.
Yeah, man.
And it was a media circus, Leanne, so you touched on that. The media outlet for this was an absolute frenzy.
I remember
Everybody
the posters.
Gagging.
I remember the lunchboxes. I remember all of your toys. I remember the adverts on TV. It was literally fucking everywhere.
It was a huge cultural moment in 1999 and the anticipation of the next Star Wars film coming out. And revealed as well in 1995 on July, he confirmed that he was working on the next 3 films and that would be set before the events of the original trilogy and that the first film would be released before the millennium. So definitely a film in the 1990s.
Yeah.
But he'd also, this is the big one, he'd also confirmed that he'd be returning as director.
Oh. Getting off your ass, Mr. Lucas.
Getting off his ass? What are you talking about?
He needs to get off his ass.
Oh, Leanne, you can go fuck yourself. God damn it, man. So this will be the first time he's been in the director's seat since A New Hope.
New Hope, yeah. That's crazy.
Aye.
Okay. I'm interested.
Production was still quite challenging. They wanted to burst through like the ceiling of what you could do with CGI and mixing both CGI and advanced prosthetics as well into one frame. Very, very difficult to do in the volume and the depth of the frame going in. Special effects were given around 15 million budget. One big example that I could probably relate to, that not to give anything away, there's a scene where everybody's sitting around the table in one of the rooms. I don't want to say too much, but how everybody
spoilers,
interacts.
please.
Yeah, how everybody interacts in that way. I want you to take notice in it, and also a lot of the kind of droid confrontations that the actors go through in there. I want you to concentrate on that as well, because that was very difficult to master. When I say confrontation, I just mean fights, lightsaber fights with droids.
Interesting. Right, so there's robots fighting robots.
No, there's robots fighting Jedi.
Why are Jedis fighting droids? I thought they were friends. Like C-3PO and R2-D2 were friends of the Jedi.
Okay, I won't say anything more than that. That's all I'm saying.
Right, okay, thank you. Because I'm very confused.
Ben Burt returned, was back on board for sound editing and design, along with John Williams, of course, as the composer, who made one of the best Star Wars songs in the entire saga, with a song called Duel of the Fates, which you will hear in this film. Remarkable classic piece of music.
I'm looking forward to the music. Like, if it's John Williams, then yeah.
The music is top notch. A new producer came onto the scene called Rick McCallum, who was selected, who also produced the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. That failed. Yeah. But due to the kind of enormous, like I said, the enormous budget and the low viewership, it got cancelled. That being said, Rick's approach to working was was actually pretty good. He sought long-term contracts for actors and sound designers so that he continued working, and actually went for recent graduates with no film experience.
Yeah.
So
Fresh.
he was fueling and giving birth to opportunity in Hollywood, which is really, really good. He also marveled at landscapes created by digital technology, which seemed to be a good coupling relationship with George Lucas and his love for new computer-generated imagery going on. They took over an unused Rolls-Royce factory in Watford, England.
England? Nice.
And they used this to build many, many ship models and props, and a handful of gun props and anything that you can think of, tools and things, right in this big old complex in England. So a lot of the production was actually
as to what was happening.
I don't know. Like in that sort of time, you didn't have your social media and stuff. Maybe
guess.
They kept it stum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Going on to kind of casting as well. So, are you aware of some of the actors that are in this prequel trilogy, Leanne?
I know Natalie Portman. I don't know if she's in the first film or not. I don't know what the blonde kid is called. I think isn't Ewan McGregor in it?
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was the prequels or the sequels.
Do you know who Ewan McGregor plays?
A Jedi.
I'm so looking forward to you to watching this. Oh my god.
He definitely plays a Jedi because I've seen him with a lightsaber.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait, isn't Schindler's List man in it?
Liam Neeson, yes.
Okay, and isn't he Obi-Wan? But then it's like, well,
I'm not saying anything. However, a little fact about this: he was almost declined the role. Do you know why?
Who? Ewan McGregor or Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson. He was
declined the role.
Almost. Yeah, he was declined one of the roles in the film. Do you know why?
No.
It was simply because he was Irish.
Oh man, no! Oh, Jesus!
But George liked the idea of Liam. He had a good physical presence. He was great at stage combat as well, and he performed the role very, very well. I won't tell you who he played because you'll see for yourself. I won't talk much about Ewan McGregor because I want to leave that as a bit of a surprise too.
Is he good in it? Because I do like him as a character.
He is one of the best things in it. Yes, he's excellent.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. For the role that Natalie Portman played, they saw over 200 female leads, but Natalie Portman was always coming up with the casting director pretty much from the get-go. She was 16 when she filmed this film.
No way!
Yeah, 16. And when it was released, she was 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
You forget about Natalie Portman. Like, she did a lot of films as a kid. What's that really famous one? Leon, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was doing a lot of French independent films as well beforehand.
Yeah.
So she was already doing very well.
What a fucking awesome role for a 16-year-old to have, though, right? You're in a Star Wars film. Like...
Tell me about it. The hardest casting of all, though, was of Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, yes.
It took them...
I forget his name.
Yeah, it took them 3 years and thousands of audition tapes to get through. They interviewed 3,000 children just to find this kid. And they landed on Jake Lloyd, who was the little blonde kid.
Okay, is he still in Hollywood? Does he still do movies?
No.
What happened to Jake?
I will not talk about that yet. I'll talk about that in the next one. Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker, they return as C-3PO and R2-D2.
Cute.
Which is very cool. Frank Oz returns as Yoda.
Yoda's in it?
Yes. And there's also another surprise casting in there, which I won't talk to you about. But I'll probably reveal this in the next one. But it's a very good one, and I didn't know this for a very long time. But this actor is in there too.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Stunt coordinator Nick Gillard was hired to create a brand new Jedi fighting style. Considering...
What?
No. I think it's a good thing, considering in the 80s and late 70s that the fighting in Star Wars was, I think it still has the emotional kick, but in terms of fight choreography, it's not the best.
No, but that's what I quite liked in the final episode that we saw, like episode 6.
Yeah,
like the frantic rage, like that was really cool. Are they all just going to be dancing? And
no. Like the emotion in the trilogy, definitely there, and they're excellent. In here, because it's at a time, this is a little bit revealing, because it's at a time where the Jedi were the guardians of peace in all the Republic, so they were very well known. There was thousands upon thousands of them. They must have had lots of training in the Jedi Academy and the temple, so their fighting style would be significantly different to what it was 30 years later.
So there's Jedi lore to be had, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, there is. But not only that, Leanne, I want you to keep your ears plucked in this film, because there is a lot of different lore that is introduced in this film. And I will not talk about it until our next podcast. There's a lot that's added into the Star Wars lore. And it will be a really good discussion to see whether you like it or you don't like it. Okay? So yeah, the fighting will be much more different than what it was in the trilogy.
Well, to be fair, in A New Hope, the lightsaber fight was shit. Like, let's just be real. So, okay, a different style, bring it on, I guess. Bring it on. As long as it's done well.
Oh, well, I think that is for sure, yeah.
Okay.
So filming took place on 26th of June 1997, and it wrapped in September 1997. So only...
Oh my god, that's so quick.
Only 4 months. 4 months it took to film.
Right, now I'm getting concerned.
Why?
Because Lucas wasn't stressed. It only took 4 months to make. How good could it be?
Because he had control and time to organise it,
4 months,
dick.
Jeremy. That's insane.
There was still a lot of hard work that went into it, Leanne. Do you know what?
4 months.
Just watch it.
Fine.
Primarily, filming took place in Italy at the Palace of Cassatar in Nepal. I don't think I can pronounce that right. I apologise. Of the interior shots of one of the planets. And we also returned to Tunisia.
Oh no.
Which, as you'll know, was a fantastic filming experience for everybody.
I do recall how amazing it was for everyone.
The marketing of this film was really good as well. I think you've mentioned some of the posters that you've seen online as well of this film. There's a wonderful one of Anakin and his shadow on one of the houses and stuff.
I haven't seen that one. I just remember.
It's beautiful.
I just remember the posters like at bus stops and on buses and shit when we were young.
Which ones do you remember?
There's the one with the red and black man's face near the front.
Yes. But yeah, the marketing of this film was really, really good. Look up some of the posters of this film when you can.
Okay.
And also, if you want to, look up the first teaser trailer of this film as well. This is what sparked the oh my god, Star Wars is back!
Right.
Media frenzy that happened, considering it was 16 years before Return of the Jedi came out. So, how much do you think the budget of this film was, Leanne?
Oh god, I don't know. What year was it again?
1990. Oh, they started filming in 1997.
No, this is the problem, man, because I reckon Hollywood would like fucking take all our money and make it happen, Lucas. Make it happen, Lucas.
Well, how much?
Can you give me multiple choice, at least?
No. I'm not going to make it that easy.
How much did it cost for the others to be made?
So for the others, I believe it was initially for A New Hope, it was 8 million, but went up to 11 million.
Okay, this is going to be way more.
Empire, from the top of my head, was I think 20 million, I think. They doubled the budget for that, and then Return of the Jedi was about 38 million, I think, for the budget.
Okay, so I'm going to say 68 million for this, even though it took fucking 4 months. I reckon it cost more to make.
Oh, Leanne, you're so wrong.
Oh dear. No. Why?
It had an estimated budget of 115 million.
Fuck's sake! That's too much money.
But if the studios had a lot of trust in George, and they knew this would make a lot of money.
I didn't think that much money though, Rev. Like that's crazy. How much did it make?
Well, that's the next question. How much do you think it made?
I don't think it. Oh no, because bare people would have gone to see it, right? Nah, I reckon the freaks.
Let me paint a picture, right?
No,
You're bringing in old Star Wars fans. You're bringing in their Star Wars fans' kids. Other kids are going to be watching this. Other new Star Wars people are going to be watching this. Just take that into consideration.
Right, I'm going to say 250 million.
Higher.
500 million.
Higher.
Oh, what? 700 million.
Higher.
No. 900 million.
It made 924 million in its initial release.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was re-released again in 2012 in 3D. Do you remember that phase?
Yes,
when
I
everything
do.
was in 3D.
Oh, God.
Which then pushed its worldwide gross to over $1 billion.
That's crazy.
Isn't it just? That is insane.
Mr. Lucas be very, very happy. 4 months of work.
Absolutely.
Fuck's sake.
A staggering cultural moment in 1999 when this film came out, and you will get the full brunt of it when you watch this film, and I am greatly anticipating all your opinions on it.
I'm dreading this one, Tony. I'm dreading this one because Jar Jar Binks, the bad acting that you've mentioned, and the CGI. I'm scared, Tony.
We'll talk a lot about Jar Jar Binks and stuff in the next podcast. Yeah. But right now, Leanne, I don't want to say anything more because you need to watch it. So please, with all due respect, fuck off and go and watch the first film of the prequel trilogy, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
I'm scared, Tony.
Thank you very much for listening, everybody, and we'll see you on May the 4th be with you.
Oh, goodbye. Pray for me. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Sibling Cinema. If you enjoyed this episode, stay tuned for more arriving weekly. Make sure you check out our Instagram page, sibling_cinema, where you can listen to extra exclusive content and drop us a like, a share, or even a message if you'd like. Don't be shy. Until next time, roll on the next reel. Edited and produced by Floppy Legs.